Hello, everyone. How are you today? I'm Kelly Lee Sappenfield, and today we're going to talk about the energy you live in. But first, I have a couple announcements I want to make. I will be speaking via Zoom for East West Bookstore out of Mountain View, California, on the 27th and 28th of this month. The 27th, I'm talking about You Don't Have to Die to Transform. And I tell my story about my first near death experience and how you can transform your life without actually having to die to do it. And on the 28th, I'm talking about soul vibration and the evolutionary path of your soul and how your conscious vibrational level determines how you communicate and how you love one another. So join me for those at East West Bookstore out of Mountain View, California. And I'll put in the comments the link so that you can go to eastwestbooks.org, go to their events page and sign up. Plus, I'm doing some special power hours that are a great deal if you want to talk to me for an hour. But let's talk about the energy we live in. The energy we live in doesn't just compose of positive and negative people, positive and negative events, positive and negative workplace, positive and negative society. It's also all the little things in our space. So think about it in your car, in your office, in your home, in your closets, in that drawer that things just get shoved in. All of that is energy. Everything is energy. So if you really don't like your outer world's energy, start focusing in close to home and the energy around you. Do a purge. I have a rule of thumb. I don't love it. I don't use it. I don't need it. And it doesn't have immense sentimental value like pictures and stuff like that. But it's gone. I donate it. I release that energy so someone else can have it. And I free up the energy in my surroundings. And by freeing up the energy in my surroundings, what I'm really doing is I'm freeing up the energy for great new things to come in. And I'm just not talking about material goods like, oh, I get a new pen or, oh, I cleared out my desk. So now I have room for all this new stationery. I'm talking about the energy of opportunity, the energy of meeting new people, of going new places. Energy is energy. And when you clean up energy, any type of energy, and you clean out those things that no longer serve you, it's like throwing open the door of opportunity for the new to come in. But if you're literally opening your door to your closet and you're like, oh, Lordy, it's going to take me 30 minutes to figure out what I'm going to wear because this is such a junk that I can't find anything in here. Things are just thrown. There's piles and piles of stuff on the floor. I'm afraid if I touch something on a shelf above my head, it's all going to come tumbling down on my head, right? That's not the energy we want. And that's not the energy we want either when we're going out and about and you're looking for a relationship. You're looking for a better career. You're looking for financial gains and financial opportunities. It's all connected. You're looking to grow yourself spiritually and deepen your connection. It's all connected because your inside game, where you are mentally and energetically, your outside world is a reflection of. It's the law of attraction. Whatever your vibration is, your outside world will match. So if your inside energetic world is a hot mess and you're wondering why your relationships are a hot mess or your career or your finances or your spiritual connection or anything above or anything else is a hot mess, you need to clean it up. And yes, I know this can sound like a mom thing, go clean your room. But and I can't remember his name. There is a general that gave a motivational speech once, and he said, by golly, every day, make sure you make your bed. And it wasn't about making your bed, it was about actually cleaning up your energy. Because his equivalence was your bed's a mess, your life's a mess, right? And yes, it can sound like, oh my gosh, this person's just going and telling me to clean my house and clean my room and my car and all this other stuff. But there's a purpose behind it. When you've gotten rid of all those things that no longer serve you, whether it's stuff that got thrown in the back of your car or thrown in that drawer that is the drawer that things go to disappear and never to be seen of again until you actually pull out the drawer, dump it out, and get rid of it. Now, I've known people that have just stacked and stacked and stacked and stacked their junk mail. They just didn't feel like going through their mail. And then when they start throwing it out, they're like, oh my gosh, here's his check. Well, is it past the 90 days that the check was written on? Because if it is, guess what? That check's void. Did you just lose out on having that money in your banking account because you just threw it on your desk and didn't take care of it? So think about all the different ways that you could clean up your energy. Because if you're looking at the world we're in right now and you're like, oh my gosh, the energy is insane right now. One of the ways you can do your part is cleaning up your own energy. Because when you clean up your own energy, it's like a massive weight is lifted off of you. And that shines through to other people. And they'll be like, what'd you do? Why do you look so different? Why do you feel, why do you project that you're happier? Why do you project that you're excited? Why do you project all this other stuff? And it's because your energy field has been cleaned out. You can even take it a step further and do a cord cutting meditation and have Archangel Michael show you all the cords that have attached to you that no longer serve you. Now, you may be happily married and you want that cord with your spouse to stay intact, but you may be recently divorced and you're like, okay, yeah, it's time for that cord to be cut, right? So clean out your energy. It is so important, and to do it on a regular basis. Every time my husband and I move, which is about every 3 years, we go through everything. Nothing gets put away in the new location until it's been gone through. And once we empty the first moving box, that box becomes the donation box. And when that box is full, the next empty box becomes the donation box. And we lived in one place for 10 years one time. And when we moved, we didn't put anything back up in the attic or anything till we went through it. And we're talking, it's summertime and we're going through Christmas decorations. So, whatever it is, clean it out. There's no point in keeping an old strain of Christmas lights that you're never going to use again. Donate them. And if they're not donatable, if that's even a word, throw them out. Put them in the recycling bin. Whatever it is, when you purge it, when you clean it up, you cut those cords, It is literally like telling the law of attraction and the universe and spirit, your guides and angels and everyone, all the way up to the divine. I'm ready. I'm open. Bring on the opportunities. Bring on the new. Bring on something that has going to have so much more meaning to me. It may be that you go on vacation, but because you cleaned out all your stuff, you had a garage sale and you made enough money to pay for a trip. Now, personally, I don't do garage sales anymore. I donate and take the tax write off. But if you want to do the garage sale, do the garage sale. And every time you sell something in that garage sale, say thank you, because you're thanking the universe for the opportunity to let something go and bring something new in. And if you have a hard time letting stuff go, that's a huge sign. That's a huge sign that you really need to do the inner clearing work. You need to understand that material goods are not someone else. Let me give you an example. When my mother passed over, I had to go through her house. We had to have an estate sale, and there was things that I could have kept, but to keep them because they were quote unquote my mother's didn't make any sense. They had no meaning to me. You know what I kept? She had a fingernail file, an aluminum rat tail comb that she had had probably since the 1950s, and this brush. My entire life, she had those three things. And if you knew my mother, you knew her fingernails were always filed and her hair was always perfect with enough hairspray to where it did not move, right? And heaven forbid if you touched her hair. But those three things, those small three little things, were things that I saw my mother use every day, that she used on me as a child to either brush my hair out or to file my fingernails, right? And those had more meaning to me, those three little things, than the big furniture or the dishes that, granted, she had had the same set of dishes since I was probably in elementary school. And we ate on those dishes every single day. But to me, those were just dishes. There wasn't that mother-daughter bonding of her fixing my hair up with the dishes. There was, Kelly, go do the dishes with the dishes growing up, right? But I know people that say every single thing from their deceased parents or their deceased grandparents or whatever it is. Or they were the executive of a friend because their friend had never married and they were at their executive. And if I get rid of this, I'm getting rid of them. No, you're not. First off, you could lose everything they ever touched in their lifetime and you will never get rid of them. They are there, period. My mother lets me know when she's around. A lot of times, because my mother also used a very distinctive perfume, it's literally like she just took the perfume bottle and sprayed it up my nostrils. And I'm just like gagging and saying, thank you, Mom, love you too. Glad you're around, right? But at the same time, all those material things that she had were not her. Now, will my son, when I pass, keep those items of my mother's? No, he has no emotional attachment to them. But at the same time, they're mine and they have deep meaning to me. So I keep them. But if you're the type of person that has trouble getting rid of things, then you need to take a closer look at why you can't get rid of the things. Because if that's you, eventually the things are going to take over. And not that you're going to become a hoarder, but we've all seen the TV shows about hoarders, right? That's the type of person that can't get rid of anything. And it's gotten to the point to where it's become an issue to where a lot of them can't even get rid of trash. Now, I'm not saying that's you, and I don't want it to be you. But you have to start looking at the energy you're surrounding yourself with. Because if you literally have a pile of junk mail on your desk, why? Is it because you literally brought it in 30 minutes ago and you just haven't had time to look at it? Or has it been sitting there for days or weeks? What about your closet? Can you fit into all the clothes in your closet? Are they all in good condition? I mean, granted, I have what I call my painting / yard work clothes. They're old t-shirts. They may have a hole in them or a stain on them, and a pair of shorts or something like that, or a pair of old yoga pants that if I'm going to be painting or I'm going to be doing yard work, I'm going to put them on because if they get destroyed, it doesn't matter, right? But that's a couple of items of clothing. That's not half a closet. So look around you. Next time you get in your car, look in your car. Is it clean? Or has things been thrown around? Things been thrown in the back seat or in the back end, in the trunk if you're in the United States, the boot if you're British, right? The things just been thrown in and you haven't even bothered with them for who knows how long. And a lot of us, where you may not be working at your office anymore, but you now have a home office, right? What's it like? And think about all the opportunities that are waiting there for you. But it's like a traffic jam. If the energy gets too crowded and the energy around you gets so that there's literally no more room for something to come in, you can wish and hope and pray that something does come in. But the fastest way to get that moving is to get the energy moving and to clear things out, to throw open those doors of opportunity. When you throw open those doors of opportunity, spirit gets excited. They're like, yes, your guides and angels are like, finally. And then you can say, okay, guides, angels, spirits, peeps, whatever terminology you want to use, bring it on. I'm ready. I hope this really hits home for you. And I hope you stop and think about what is it that you really wanted to come into your life and it feels like it's stuck out there in the ether in the vibrational state and it hasn't become a particle, and maybe where you're blocking the energy of it coming in. Because if let's take the pile of stuff on your desk again, if you're not taking care of your bills and not taking care of what's coming in and what's going out, literally and figuratively, and you just got a pile there. And when you do finally go through it, you realized, oh man, there's a check in there. And now it's void because it's been past the 90 days. That's you literally blocking financial freedom coming in, literally and figuratively. So think about the energy you're living in. Think along the lines of the law of polarity. The door's wide open, the door's slammed shut, locked, bolted, chained, everything else to where it ain't budging. Where's your energy on that polarity? Think about it. And also think about if you got those doors shut, but they're maybe on a scale of 1 to 10, they may be shut on a 2, the chains are off, it's no longer bolted, but they're still firmly shut. Then think about, okay, what do I need to do to get to the next level up on that scale of polarity? Maybe the hinges are rusted solid, and maybe I need to oil those hinges and clean off that rust, right? So the hinges will move. So when I try to open the door, it will open. I hope this helps. And I really hope you really take notice of the energy you're living in. Because if you want to help the collective, if you want to change the energy of the collective, you have to start with changing the energy within. And if we all start changing the energy within, there's no way the collective energy can't change. So I'm going to put in the comment section for the events on June 27th and 28th. Remember, it's Zoom, so anywhere in the world you can join us. I always want to put .com and it's .org, right? I'm also going to put in there the link to you scheduling your free 30-minute soul I can't talk soul session with me, because it's free for one. It's totally complimentary. You get 30 minutes of my undivided attention on anything you need to discuss, anything you need to work out, any questions you have, even if it is, I don't understand the law of attraction. Can you explain it to me? You have 30 minutes of free time with me to where you can get your questions answered one-on-one privately. Because I know a lot of people don't necessarily like to put their questions out on Facebook Live and have the whole world see, and that's fine. But if you ever do have a question and you do feel free to put it in the chat box, please do, because that's what I'm here for. I'm here to answer your questions. And if there's a subject that you ever want me to talk about, put it in the chat box, private message me and tell me. Let me know. This is a two-way street, right? I'm going to butcher your name. I know it right now. You said hello. It's you fucking you fuck. I'm really sorry. Hello, but I have no idea how to pronounce your name. So I hope you have a blessed day. I hope you all have a blessed day. Check out your energy. Check out the energy you're surrounding yourself with. Get rid of all that no longer serves you, that no longer lifts you higher and serves your higher purpose. And throw those doors of opportunity wide open and have your spirit, your guides, your angels, and the divine racing to bring you in new opportunities and new things. Until next time, expect miracles and take care. Bye-bye.